Today we're going to be walking through the HSSupreme iOS script version 1.1. So to install this script, you're going to go into the Discord server under installation, and we're going to have posted a download link and a password. All you're going to need to do is open your iOS device. It needs to have iOS 10 or later so that it can run the Shortcuts app. You're going to go and take that link, put it in your Safari browser, enter the password. It's going to prompt another link. You're going to go ahead and copy and paste that link into your browser, and it'll give you a page like this. Once you get to here, all you do is click Get Shortcut. Again, make sure you have the Shortcuts app installed on your phone. Click Get Shortcut. It's going to add to your library. Once added, it'll be right here. So the first thing you're going to notice is that there are some instructions on the top. We'll get to those later. For now, you need to navigate to the part where it says User Section Start, and this is where you're going to be entering your keywords, colors, categories, and sizes for the items you desire. First thing you need to know about the HSSupreme script is that it runs a single thread within your Safari browser. That means that you can use this script on one device only, and that it can run one cart per drop. So you can get 3 or 4 items in one cart. They must be different items. For example, you couldn't get 2 box logo tees in the same cart, but if you wanted to get 1 box logo hoodie and 1 box logo tee in the same cart, you could do that. So scrolling down, these are going to be the examples of keywords and categories for you. So this is just a default setup. So in this setup, we're going to go ahead and open the Supreme app so that I can show you what items it's going to get. Again, we post all keywords, colors, and categories in the Discord weekly under release setup. So each week, all you'll need to do is just copy and paste the stuff into your script. But for this, we're going to show you how to do it manually. So the first item set here is the star hoodie in lime. If you notice, the keyword we're going to use here is plus star, all lowercase, and it needs to be within these parentheses. Make sure that there's a space in between the brackets at the end of each category or section within the script. For our first one, it's going to be plus star. Each item is separated by a comma. So plus star would be for the first item, and then the category for that is sweatshirts. So in this field for categories, the first selection would be sweatshirts, and then the size we want is large, so we're going to enter that there, and the colors is lime. Notice that the keywords must be all lowercase. The categories, as shown here, need to be, the first letter needs to be capitalized because that's how Supreme has it on their site, and then the sizes and colors need to be all lowercase. So for the second item, we're going to be going for the chain hoodie. Chain hoodie in black. If you notice, we'll get plus chain for the keyword, black for the color, sweatshirts for the category, and large for the size. The third item is going to be the vertical SS top. So that's going to be under shirts. If you notice here, we'll go plus vertical, plus SS. You can enter multiple keywords for the same item, but again, we post these weekly, so we strongly recommend that you just use the keyword and color that we post. Don't go around making your own keywords and colors because it's very likely that you're going to mess something up. So for this one, it'll be plus vertical, plus SS. All for the same item. As you see, they're for the same item because they're both within the same quotation marks. And then at the end of this, we're going to put the bracket after a space to signify that that is the last item we want. The category is shirts. The size that we want, again, it's going to be large. And the color is navy. So scrolling down, for this test run, we're just going to enter random information so that it doesn't actually check out, since I don't actually want to buy these items. But for your own profile, you can go ahead and put your name here, the email you want to check out with, your telephone number, your address here, address 2 if you have anything in that line there for an apartment, your zip code here, city here, and your state abbreviated as it appears on Supreme there. So for this, it would be IL, but if you're like New York, it'd be NY. You just need to find at the checkout stage what your state abbreviation is and enter it as such there in capital letters. For the country code, this is pretty important. If you're a Canada user, you need to enter Canada into this section. So if I was Canada user, instead of USA, I would put Canada. Or if I was Japan, I would put JP. Notice that this isn't going to allow you to just purchase from any country. Supreme is a regional. It tracks your IP, so it's going to automatically load their site that matches your country. But if you are a Japanese user or a European user, you can enter your country there. Example, this would be the same for like Poland. You could put PL. It's just whatever your country code is on Supreme as it appears at the checkout stage needs to go there. An important note for Japan, for your prefecture, which is the equivalent of a Japanese state, you need to enter it into the billing state field here, but you need to put a space before it. So as the example shows here, you would enter this, but at the start, you put a space. So just a space before that, and then you can enter your prefecture there. If you copy paste something, it's gonna mess up the coloring. If you wanna fix that, you can just hit done and then go back in, and it'll show as such. But for this run, we are just doing a USA run, so we're gonna put IL for Illinois. Down here, enter your credit card number as it appears on your card. Don't put any spaces in the number. Your month, the first 2 digits there, the year, the full year. So 2024 is an example, the CVV here, and the types are all going to be listed here. Just enter it as such, so it could be master, or for this one, we'll just put it as Visa. For your setup down here, this auto checkout true false is an important button. So if you want the bot to actually click the final submit payment button automatically, put it as true. If you want to click this button manually, click false. The difference between the two is that if you have the bot automatically click it, it could go too fast and Supreme could detect you. So I personally like to set it as false and to click the button manually. This in my experience gives me a less likelihood of getting a CAPTCHA. But for a lot of users, I know items sell out really quick, so you just want to check out as quick as possible, so you could set it as true. The delay here, this is only going to apply if this is set to true. So if you have that set to false, just ignore the delay, it doesn't even matter. But if you have it set to true, this is how long the bot is going to wait after autofilling all your information before clicking the final payment button. I recommend having this set to at least 1,000. It's in milliseconds, so this would mean that it would wait 1 second after autofilling all your information before clicking that button. I would recommend saying between 1 and 2,000 if you're going to go with true. And I really only recommend using this for really hyped items that sell out really quickly and you don't even have time to click that last button. Do note though, if you have it at true, it's going to increase your probability of getting a CAPTCHA, which means that you have to click all the pictures that says I'm not a robot before checking out. So even though it may seem faster, false is the more steady option, more reliable. So once you get down here to user section N, this is where all of your job is done and the bot's all set up to go. So once you have that, just click done. And then how you're going to actually run this thing, you're going to open Safari and you're going to go to the Supreme Shop All mobile page. So we have this link posted. Here's a link. I'll just show it up here. SupremeNewYork.com/mobile. It's going to be this shop/all page. I currently have this on a private browser. It doesn't matter if you have it on a private browser or not. It really doesn't. But here are the steps you need to take in order to start this properly. You need to start the script right when the items go live. So at 11:59, like 30, with like 30 seconds to go before drop, go to your history and clear it, and then watch as the time goes on. I recommend having another device up with like a clock running down so you can see all the seconds going down. And then right at 11:59, like probably 10 seconds before, I recommend refreshing this page. And then like right when the item's about to drop, refresh it again. And then right before that, go to your shortcuts and start the script. Starting the script right at drop time is going to be crucial because that'll have all the items loaded. And as you see, I have this set to true. It auto checked out, but I got a CAPTCHA because I had to set to true. So just notice that. But on drop, I would just solve this CAPTCHA and then be good to go. I'm just going to say it's not a valid credit card number because it's not, so it's not going to accept my order. But yeah, that's pretty much how you use it. On really hype drops, what you need to know is that if one item in your cart sells out, the entire order is going to fail. So if you really want an item, say like a box logo t-shirt or a box logo hoodie, I highly recommend running a cart with just one item in it. Like that's the only thing you're going for. Because if you go for 2 or 3 other items on top of it, if any of the one item sells out, your entire cart's going to fail and you're going to miss out on everything. If you have any questions, you can of course ask them in the Discord, and of course stay tuned for future updates. That's all I have. Again, I would just say try and start this like right when the items drop. Safari doesn't allow, essentially the reason why you can't start it before the drop is because every time the page gets refreshed in Safari's going to reset their cookies and it's going to reset the shortcut. So essentially this is like every single time you refresh, it's going to reset the settings on the page, which isn't going to let the bot start. So one refresh means the bot can run once through, and then that's why every single time you start the bot, you need to clear your history and refresh, because that essentially resets it so it's on a clean slate, and then the bot can run through smoothly.